James, sorry, let me do like just a tiny intro because I've been following James' career since I was like, I admired this man since I was like a child. As you know, he's a legendary, I mean, these guys are all legendary, but I had something special for James. I wanted to at least know him. So when he said yes, I was like, just like couldn't believe it. And I'm very happy that he is part of a project and he just fucking nailed it. What can I say?
These guys always make me cry. I'm a senior citizen, and I was in the parking lot of Pavilion's grocery store, and I was thinking to myself, well, it doesn't really matter if I don't work anymore. I had just finished a series a few months earlier called Black Lightning, and things were, which I loved very much, and things were a little quiet. So I decided to take my pension and my Social Security. And I thought, well, I have enough money, I can pay the rent and blah, 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 all this stuff. Doesn't matter if I don't work again. I swear, I got into the car and I got a phone call from my agent. They said, Andy and Barbara Nichetti want to meet you for this undisclosed project, and they're only meeting one actor. And this is during the time of it's still the tail end of COVID. I went to Warner Brothers. I met their assistant, Jordan. I got her a Starbucks. She was lovely and welcoming from the moment that I met her. I walked down the hallway and I sit in this little chair in the hallway of their office, and there's Pennywise standing on this stand. And I said, holy shit, I have arrived. This is like very intense, very scary. It's kind of, oddly off-putting and attractive at the same time. And then I go into their room, and they sit down, we had a conversation for 2 hours. And I told them about my childhood. I told them about seeing President John F. Kennedy in 1962 when I was 9 years old with my brother at the Boston College Stadium. And how that time was so intrinsically intertwined in my being, and how wonderful and tragic it was at the same time. And we had this amazing conversation. I felt like I'd embarrassed myself because I really uncovered. I just told him everything. I was leaking real tears anyway. Long story short, we get up from the thing and I reached out to shake Barbara's hand. It says, no, we're huggers. Put her arms around me, and he walked me out, and we talked a little further. And I just thought, oh my God, what have I done? I've exposed myself. They're never gonna give me this gig. And a couple weeks later, they said, you've been approved by HBO. And they said, and I didn't know who General Shaw was. And then they started to unveil who this character was, who he represented, what it was. It was Strategic Air Command, the Cold War, brainwashing, all these wonderful things that I grew up with. I remember being a little kid, looking up in the sky and seeing Sputnik. And here they are bringing it to life again. I think it takes 60 or 70 years to really fully understand a period in time. And when you look at the 1962 clips and pieces of this show, I'm drawn back in time. I feel like I'm in the Losers Club all over again. It's truly extraordinary, and I feel like it's just beginning. And every single one of these people adopted me and treated me like the OG, and gave me love and respect. You hear a lot. I'm going to pass it on. So you hear a lot about how we form a family in these casts, in these productions. These guys are my family. I love them deeply. Every day that I went to work, I looked forward to it. And me and Jovan did a movie shortly after, and it was such a reunion to be on a different set, but we had the memory of this one. No, I hope you guys feel like you're part of the family too. Everybody left it all on the floor. Everybody left it all here for you, and we hope you really enjoy it.